The following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting at Western Illinois University.
It's beginning to look a lot like Dickens on the Square. News 3 has all the details on the events taking place this weekend. And time to move those feet. The dance marathon is gaining more attention around campus, including from the SGA. We have the information. And with winter break around the corner, finals within sight, one service on campus has your back late at night. All that and more right now.
From Salee Hall in high definition, News 3 starts now.
The Macomb community is celebrating a special anniversary today. Welcome to Good Morning Macomb. I'm Emily Manley.
And I'm Drew Hoffman. Dickens on the Square is celebrating its 20th anniversary with events starting at 2 p.m. today and activities all day tomorrow. The Victorian-themed festival promises activities for residents of all ages to get excited for the holiday season. Dickens will fill the square with horse-drawn carriages and carolers. Hot chocolate and crafts will be available at different stores along the square. For more information on all the festivities provided, visit the Dickens on the Square Facebook page. And residents of Bushnell will be preparing gift boxes for those in need this holiday season. The Bushnell Area Ministerial Association, or BAMA, will provide Christmas food boxes for those in need. People who live in the Bushnell Prairie City School District can go to the City Hall in Bushnell and sign up for a box until December 10th. On December 19th and 20th, those who signed up can pick up their prospective boxes. If you have food or money donations, you can drop them off at the McDonough Democratic newspaper office in Bushnell. The project puts together around 120 gift boxes every year. For more information, you can visit their Facebook page, search for Bushnell Christmas Boxes.
And last weekend kicked off the biggest holiday shopping deals, but many Black Friday deals started as early as Thanksgiving night. News 3's Sarah Despain reports why consumers are spending less money this holiday season, but it may be a good sign.
Dealing with large crowds, risking being trampled on, and staying up all night are some of the things people are willing to do for a great deal. This year, retailers opened up to customers as early as Thanksgiving Day, but that didn't stop some shoppers from getting in on the deals.
We actually ate early this year. We ate at 2, 3. So by the time I was ready to go shopping, we had already rested, seen all our family, we was ready, so.
And the holiday deals lasted through the weekend and included Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday. However, this year, the National Retail Foundation reported a decline in spending this past weekend. One reason for this could be that many stores opened on Thanksgiving, and some people did not want to give up the time with their families.
Well, I wanted to spend time with my family, and I didn't feel like dealing with the crowd, so I decided to skip out on it this year.
But the decrease in spending this past weekend could actually be a good thing, according to NRF, who says that 24-hour access to online shopping is making people spend more money throughout the year.
Well, there was a decrease in spending habits this past weekend. Forbes showed that people talking about Black Friday specials actually increased. In 2013, only 990,000 people talked about it. This year, that number went up to 2 million people.
Two items that seem to be on everyone's Christmas list this year are the iPad and the iPod Shuffle. For News 3, I'm Sarah Despain.
Black Friday still drew in a large crowd this year with more than 86 million shoppers in-store and online. Another popular shopping day is Cyber Monday. Shoppers earlier this week spent 17% more than last year. That's more than $2 billion nationwide. Comscore.com says that this year's Cyber Monday is the biggest online shopping day ever and the first to pass the $2 billion mark. In total, online shoppers have spent $26.7 billion so far this holiday season. That's up 16% from this time last year. Over the Thanksgiving holiday, the Macomb Police and Illinois Transportation Department were also pretty busy. They have released their numbers from the Holiday Click It or Ticket campaign. The Macomb Police Department received grant money to conduct the checks. Officers stopped 32 cars and issued 28 tickets, including 18 seatbelt citations, 6 uninsured motorists, 3 speeding citations, and 1 DUI arrest. Macomb Police Deputy Chief Eric Lennert says officers are out all year long working to keep the public safe, even if that means writing tickets.
With finals around the corner, students will be out late, whether it be at the library or in a computer lab. One service to give you peace of mind offered here on campus makes sure you never have to walk home alone. The Student Escort Patrol Service can be contacted through the Office of Public Safety. These volunteers will meet you anywhere on campus and walk you safely back to your residence hall. The patrol is offered from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Sunday through Thursday and 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Since November, gas prices have changed in a major way. In November, the price of gas was $3.07. As of today, it's $2.37. That's a 70-cent difference. With prices decreasing, there may be more money in your pockets for this holiday shopping season.
SGA is working to improve safety on campus. At Tuesday night's meeting, the senators passed a bill to put reflective stickers on signs and crosswalk signs across campus. This improvement will only cost $10 a sign and costing the university $300 in total. The bill passed 19-2. SGA also chose to donate $1,000 to the upcoming dance marathon. This marathon raises funds for the Children's Miracle Network. The marathon occurs at 150 schools across the country and has raised $62 million nationwide. WIU has raised $22,000 to date, and this year has set a goal of $40,000. The dance marathon will be on March 7th from noon to midnight. To register or to donate, go to www.helpmakemiracles.org and you can search Western Illinois University. The Western Illinois University Dance Theater will hold its annual Winter Works concert. Students and instructors will showcase numerous dances this semester, including Black Canvas and Signature. The instructor specializes in aesthetic theory and contemporary dance. The event will be held at the Hainline Theater December 4th through the 6th, beginning at 7:30 p.m. The United Voices of Western's Inspirational Singers will be presenting a special concert entitled That Name on December 7th at the Kofac Recital Hall. The concert is free to the public and doors open at 5:45 with the show to start at 6 p.m.
This week, the McDonough County Animal Shelter is asking for toy donations for their animals. They'll be accepting them until Dickens on the Square on Saturday. You can drop them off at the Vitamin Lady on the west side of the square. One pup that could be playing with these toys is this week's Pet of the Week, Bones. He is the oldest dog at the shelter, and he is one that's been homeless the longest. Bones is a pit bull mix and is not neutered. It is time to get this pooch out of the shelter and give him the best present this holiday season, a home. And coming up after the break, News 3 will have the University Union Board President, Erica Rhodes, stop by.
She will give us all the details on the first Winter Rocky After Dark.
If we take a look outside, you can see visibilities are still an issue with dense fog around. We're under a dense fog advisory until noon. This fog will roll out again. We're only about a quarter of a mile of visibility here in Macomb and Galesburg. A little bit clearer off to the south, but as the fog rolls out, rain will move in. Full details in a couple minutes.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up.
That's me, Joe Decker, owner of San Diego-based Gut Check Fitness, Guinness Book of World Record holder, World's Fittest Man, and WIU graduate. There are a few things that have helped me get to the top of my industry. Growing up on a farm in the Midwest, serving in the U.S. military, and graduating from WIU. This is my story. What will your success story be?
UUB's president, Erica Rhodes, is here with us today to talk about Rockies After Dark first winter event. Thank you, Erica, for joining us this morning. But I wanted you to explain the event that's going on tonight in the Union Basement.
Yes, it's called Rocky After Dark. It used to be called West Fest for some people who've been around longer. It will be in the Union Basement from 8 p.m. to midnight. We're going to have it's all free. So there will be a free photo booth. Airbrushed artists are coming to make scarves, blankets, and hats. And then we're showing Guardians of the Galaxy, which is one of Marvel's latest hits. And we're showing it before it actually comes out on DVD. So it's a great.
And that'll be shown in the Sandburg Theater.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you explain, we talked about what the event is tonight, but can you tell the people that don't know what UUB is?
Well, UUB, also known as University Union Board, but we like to keep it short. We're the premier programming board on campus, so we program specifically for our students, and it's all run by students. We do all kinds of events such as concerts, large and small, comedians. We try to show a movie every month. We do magicians, hypnotists, we've had caricature artists. We do a lot of co-sponsorships with people, so we're also participating in Dance Marathon this year. And we also do like Mom's Weekend, Dad's Weekend, and we're also in charge of like Family Day and Homecoming. A lot of people don't know that. So
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
You guys are very involved. Now you are the president. What are all the different, you told me that there are a couple different committees.
Yes.
Can you explain those for me, please?
Yes. There are 5 different committees at the moment. Concerts, comedy, issues and ideas, coffee house, and cinema. So they each program different events that cater to different types of students. We also have our homecoming committee, but those you have to apply for since they have to do so much in so little time. But all the other ones, you can join whenever you want throughout the year. We're looking to have all our committees take place on one night next semester, so probably Tuesday night, we're not sure of the time yet, and then kind of branch off to when it's best for people on the committee.
Wonderful. And what is your favorite part about UUB, since you're so involved?
Yes. Definitely, I have 2 things. The first is working with the people that I work with. I have a great board. They're hardworking, super nice, and really easy to get along with. And then the other thing is we provide so many opportunities for students, not only to provide a unique experience on campus through our events, but also, if you become a part of our board and our committees, you learn professional leadership skills. And I've used so many examples from UUB and job interviews, and it's just really helped me grow as a person, definitely.
And if you want to be involved in UUB, how can you step up to be a part of this great team?
Well, like I said earlier, you can join any committee at any time. We'll have more information posted about when those times are next semester. You can find more information about us on our website, which you can look up through Western Illinois' website as well, and we also have a Facebook page, and you can follow us on Twitter. And then we are going to have applications next semester for our board for 2015 through 2016. So if people want to step up and do a little bit more for us, they can fill out an application, and we'll also have applications out for the homecoming committee if they're interested in that.
Well, thank you, Erica, very much for stopping by today. I hope your event goes wonderful tonight. Seems like there's a lot of good things going on. But of course, don't forget tonight from 8 to midnight in the Union Basement, the UUB is presenting Rocky After Dark. The event will feature Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, just like Erica said, it's before it comes out on DVD. There's free popcorn, a photo booth, hats, scarves, and blankets, all for free in the Union Basement. And coming up next on Good Morning Macomb, Nick Stewart will be at the Weather Center with a look at your weekend forecast.
Stories. They happen everywhere. At NEWS3, we go the distance and tell them firsthand. Across the region.
The tornado tore through a neighborhood in Washington, Illinois.
Across the state.
Here at the state capitol in Springfield for the gubernatorial race.
Across generations.
We have a lot of people that are very dedicated. We're all volunteers.
The stories that inform us, the stories that move us, the stories that matter from a fresh perspective.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
NEWS3 means to me an amazing experience. Being able to work with seniors, it's given me the experience and the knowledge and getting to know more about writing and becoming a better writer. Being able to be an anchor and do what I want to do in life. I don't want to leave. I'm not ready yet. I don't think there are words to describe how thankful I am for everything that everybody has given me and taught me while here in Western.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire, but you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
What did you want to be when you grew up? Now, how do you make it happen? Think purple, think success, think Western Illinois University.
Dense fog continues to be an issue across northern Illinois today. Take a look at these visibilities right now. Only a quarter mile here in Macomb, 3/4 mile up in Burlington. The further south you go, the clearer it gets. We're also dealing with some rainfall again. Quincy at 2 mile visibility right now. Take a look at a time lapse of Macomb last night. You watched the fog really build in around midnight. It remained dense pretty much all night, but as soon as the sun rose, it started to peak out a little bit, started to touch out a little bit just because our temperatures rose a little bit more from the dew point. Temperatures right now at 33 degrees. Again, we're dealing with 100% humidity. And the winds are gusting a little bit stronger right now. It's helping mix out the air a little bit, getting rid of some of the fog. We're gusting east-northeast at 3 miles per hour. Take a look at the satellite radar composite. You can see this big bulk of rain off to our south, not by much, just sitting off to our south by a little bit. We're expecting this to gradually push north into our area, and that's also going to bring up the temperatures just a little bit. The rainfall is riding along a thermal gradient, but again, St. Louis at 43 degrees. Further north to go, north of the warm front, 33 in Davenport, 33 in Des Moines at this hour. Now, we take a look at the surface map right now. The surface low, which is a storm system that's moving on off to our south, that's bringing a lot of moisture in from the Gulf of Mexico. This warm front's extending across through Ohio. That's going to be your lifting mechanism for this rain and thunderstorm activity. As the warm, moist air continues to ride over that, north of the warm front, we're going to be dealing with that cooler temperatures. Not cool enough for snow, thankfully, but we're going to be dealing with some cooler temperatures. For the south, that we could be looking at temperatures maybe 50 to 60 degrees even, so it'll be pretty nice. For tomorrow, though, that storm system moves on off to the east. We're looking at mostly clear conditions building on through the day. Air of high pressure begins building on off to the north. That's going to help bring in some cooler Canadian air. But again, we're not going to be looking at too bad, but we're still going to be pretty far cry from normal, unfortunately. Take a look at some of the rainfall totals we're going to be expecting with this storm system as it moves through. About a little under a half an inch here in Macomb. St. Louis area points eastward from there through Terre Haute and Indiana, looking upwards of 1.5 inches, upwards up to 2 inches of rainfall. So that could be a problem out there. But today, we're going to get up to about 39 degrees. We're still about 10 degrees below normal. We're going to be dealing with this rainfall pretty much all day. 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch of rain is expected throughout the day today, so it's really going to start piling on. Tonight, the temperatures drop down a little bit more. We're still going to be expecting the rain ending late on tonight. Temperatures are expected to remain above freezing before the rain ends. We're not looking at any snow, unfortunately, for you snow lovers out there. Winds will begin to increase a little bit more from the north, transporting the cooler air into our neck of the woods. Take a look at the 5-day forecast. Temperatures pretty much flatline across the next several days. Weekend, we get a pair of 38 for Saturday and Sunday, but we get to start to clear out just a little bit. But if we look on towards the beginning of next week, it's about 43 degrees on Monday before the next cold front moves in on Tuesday. Neck our temperatures down just a little bit. So it's going to be kind of a clear weekend out there. We're not going to be dealing with much rain, but unfortunately, we're going to be looking at still cooler temperatures, upwards of 10 to 15 degrees below normal. So what do you guys, any plans for the weekend? You're going to be enjoying your weekend outside?
I just told Drew I'm getting my Christmas tree tomorrow. And it's not raining. The ground is going to be a little muddy. But it doesn't look like, at least the sun's going to be out.
Yeah. Yeah,
if you have any,
that soft soil helps you pull that tree out.
If you have any stakes or anything, lawn ornaments you want to put outside, the rain will help moisten up the ground a little bit so you can stick them in the ground a little bit easier. So, all right, have a good one, guys.
All right, thank you, Nick. Up next is sports, and we have the Jeff Marta with us now to give us a scoop, Jeff.
Well, Drew, we have Western Illinois men's basketball. They were back in action last night in Akron. See how the Leathernecks handled the Zips. And the Bears welcomed America's team to Soldier Field last night. We have highlights from Chicago and much, much more straight ahead in sports.
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple. Just like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
Don't worry. The 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft. To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play more. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And Shelter Pets makes super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Hi, that's me, Sammy Marshall, a junior exercise science major at Western Illinois University, shortstop on the Leatherneck softball team, and Summit League Player of the Year. At Western, I take my GPA just as seriously as I take my batting average. My experiences with faculty, my coaching staff, and the community are helping shape my future in exercise science. This is my story. What will your success story be?
When the big stories strike, count on award winners to provide you intimate and in-depth coverage. On the air and online. Local news, fresh perspective.
Welcome back to Good Morning Macomb. The Macomb High boys basketball team has gotten off to a great start this season. They finished 3-0 last week in a tournament over in Pittsfield. The orange and black edged out a victory against Pleasant Plains, then beat host Pittsfield 60-50, and then topped it off with a 48-33 win over Lovejoy. Through 4 games this year, the boys' defense has been solid, only giving up an average of 46.5 points per game, while they score an average of 52. The Bombers will take to the road for 2 games this weekend. 3-1 rival Illini West will be their foe tonight in Carthage, and then the Bombers will travel to 1-1 Quincy Notre Dame Saturday for a game against the Raiders. And after a big win over Greenville College, the men's team looks to get a streak going last night against the Zips. Akron started the game on a 10-0 run, and it wouldn't get any better for Western after that. Akron bullied Western to a 39-18 halftime score. WIU shot just 35% on the game as the shooting woes continued for the Leathernecks. Garrett Covington finished with a team-high 12 points, while Akron's Kawan Cheapman led all scorers with 15 points. The Zips had 4 players total in double figures. And although the WIU men's soccer team isn't playing games anymore, they are still finding a way to win. 3 players have been named to the 12-man Academic All-Summit League team. Charlie Bales, Yves Dietrich, and Peoria native Ben Fittis were all voted in by athletics faculty and sports information directors from the entire league. Bales holds a 3.6 GPA, Dietrich leads the way with a 3.9, and Fittis holds a 3.7 GPA. All 3 players were instrumental to the Leatherneck success on the field this season. This is Dietrich's 2nd consecutive academic All-Summit League honor as a Leatherneck. Nebraska Omaha was the only team to have more representatives. They had 4. And the Chicago Bears showed up to play their 3rd game in 11 days last night against the Cowboys in Chicago. Let's go to the highlights. Here the Bears actually held their own early on in this one. We jump to the 3rd quarter when Tony Romo was able to evade the rushing Willie Young. And it appears he's throwing it away, but he finds Cole Beasley for a 25-yard touchdown. Cowboys rolling. They're now up 21-7. Romo here sits in the pocket, waits and waits before he connects with Gavin Escobar, the backup tight end, for a 6-yard touchdown. Now the Cowboys then started to pour it on. They put their foot on the gas. They give it to Joseph Randall, who slips through the line, puts a juke on the Bears D and escapes in the end zone for a quick 7. The Bears were able to muster up a few scores to get back into it. Here Jay Cutler does it all himself. He escapes the pocket and forces himself forward into the end zone. The Bears then would get the ball back and drive down quickly, but this Ball is going to be intercepted by Orlando Scandrick to seal the deal for the Cowboys. They win at 41-28. The Bears drop to 2-4 at Soldier Field on the season. And the Bears now have 10 days off to find some answers to their struggling season when they take on the New Orleans Saints on Monday Night Football. And something new here at News 3 is our Play of the Day. This morning we have a play from last night, the American Athletic Conference title game between the University of Central Florida and East Carolina. And we go ahead and take a look at it. Central Florida was down by 4 with 5 seconds left in the game, and quarterback Justin Holman gives it the old heave-ho. And it's up in the air, it sits and waits. It's going to slip through 3 defenders' hands before landing into Breshard Pierman's hands. And as he slides through the defense, another look shows that the defenders just couldn't jump high enough to get to that one. And Pierman just smart enough to go over the defense. Head coach George O'Leary could not be more surprised as UCF wins a share of the ACC title with the win. So a crazy Hail Mary play in college football as we're starting to see the conference games and then eventually the bowl games. So we'll see where that happens there in December.
It's definitely going to be an interesting weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by. Coming up in 2 minutes, watch what happens when 2 boys try to call the North Pole.
Let's just say Santa wasn't the one that answered that phone call.
My name is Patrick Magoon, and I have the privilege of serving as the President and Chief Executive Officer of Ann and Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago. I'm also a very proud alumni of Western Illinois University. It gave me the foundation I needed to build a very successful career. That's my story. What will your success story be?
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Call this free government program for the option that's right for you.
When you get to be a part of the people that really are here for one common goal, one common interest, and that's to be the best, and that's such a big deal to me. You see all these plaques hanging around here, and I definitely want to make my mark before I leave here as well. Last year, there was no one better than Western's newscast. Plain and simple, we won statewide and then nationally. I couldn't be any happier with how things are going out for me right now. Everything that I wanted, I got.
Two young boys were eager to speak to Santa Claus and decided to give him a call. But instead of calling the North Pole, the 2 kids called 911 and got a visit from a police officer.
And get this, after dialing, they hung up on the 911 dispatcher. The dispatcher immediately called back, and he talked to Jennifer Beck, the boy's mother, who had no idea that her sons made the call.
The police officer took the time to explain to the boys how serious it is to call 911. Blake and Brody just wanted to make sure that they knew Santa, that they could talk to Santa, that way he knew what he wanted for Christmas.
That is just adorable. I mean, I've never heard of something like that, but that's pretty cute.
Me either. But even speaking of Santa Claus, he will be joining us here on Good Morning Macomb next Friday. That means you boys better be good between now and next Friday.
I will be.
Keep working on it. But that will do it for us this morning. For Nicholas Stewart, I'm Emily Manley.
And for Jeff Marta, I'm Drew Hoffman. We'll stay on top of your news over the weekend and bring you the latest updates Tuesday on Live at 4.
Thank you for joining us and have a great morning.